guys, it's your girl K Divine. I'm coming on. Hopefully, this is a quick message. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying not to talk too long because I'm exhausted. I've been ripping and running all day trying to get stuff done, and I just got back, trying to, and I'm hungry too. But I feel like I need to go ahead and just do this. Um, I don't know who this message is for, but your aura is so powerful. Like it literally makes people start acting funny. Like people want to get close to you. People will start doing weird stuff just to get near you, just to get a glimpse of you, just to get close to you because when you walk, you got to understand that when you walking into a room, people feel you. That's why, when you step into wherever you go, you'll see people look up at you. You'll see people starting to turn around and stare and look at you. And your aura is also so powerful that you'll be somewhere where there's like nobody there, and then all of a sudden people start showing up. And it's not people that you know or anything per se, but it's like just places start popping once you come around. And to the point too where people will just do weird stuff trying to get close to you. Like they'll try to pretend like they're not trying to get close to you, but they are. Like they just want to see what you will do. Like some of them are bullies, to be completely honest. Some of these people are bullies. Some of these people want to get in your way. Some of these people want to try to have an interaction with you just so that they can get you off your spot, just to get you off kilter. That's all some of these people are trying to do. But some people are just so intrigued, but they're not sure how to approach you, or they feel like you're unapproachable because your energy is so big. They don't even know what to say. They know that they can't strike up just regular conversation, and more than likely you're not interested in small talk anyways. You're not interested in doing the whole like, oh yeah, the weather is so you don't care. 222 on my timer. um like it's so weird. It's so strange. I know y'all are feeling, especially right now, because there's a lot of shifting happening. And it's like I'm experiencing stuff where, like, for instance, today I went to a laundromat to, do my laundry. And I haven't been to this laundromat before. This is a different area for me because I've been kind of moving around a lot lately. And like it was not that many people there. And I had originally was on one side of the wall because they had washers and dryers on both sides. And I realized I was like, everybody's over here. I was like, so I'm gonna go over here. You know, Nothing. It wasn't personal to anybody. I was just like, we can move around. Like we don't all have to be all up on top of each other. Plus, I don't like being in the way. I never like being in people's way. I be trying to stay out the way. And so I moved over, and as soon as I move over and start my laundry on the other side of the wall, now other people moving their stuff over. I was just like, that's not a coincidence. And then like within, I don't know, 333 on the timer, within maybe 10-15 minutes of me being there, more and more people started showing up. And I was just like, interesting. Nobody seemed to be here at all today until now. Um Also, like when I was getting ready to, when my stuff was almost done, like in the dryer. So, because the washers were at the bottom, the dryer was at the top. So I just moved my stuff from the bottom to the top. I didn't care about the size or whatever. I was just like, whatever, it don't matter to me. Like, I just want my stuff done. So I, I got maybe like 5 minutes left on my dryer, and I went and checked it just to see how much time I saw. It was 5 minutes. I said, okay, cool. Went back and sat down at the seat I was sitting at. And then all of a sudden, this lady, and I'm assuming like her daughter or granddaughter, like they move right where I'm at, not because they had their stuff over there, but they just wanted to be in my way. And I'm just like, bro, this is ridiculous. And then there was a man that was sitting, who decided to sit at the end of the table, the other opposite end of the table that I was sitting at, which was fine because it was a big table. Wasn't concerned at all about anything. uh like as I was pulling off and leaving, he comes outside. There was zero reason why he came outside. And I'm just like, and I was like, oh my God, this happens to me literally everywhere. I do not understand it. And I may be a little irritated lately just because there's a lot going on. And like I said, like yesterday, I had a really tough day because it's like I'm just tired of being mistreated by people simply because they think that they're gonna get some sort of like emotional reaction out of me. Like people are so hell bent on trying to upset me, and I don't really understand what their purpose is for it. And I feel like at this point, it's like people just want to reinforce their negative thought processes on whatever the reason is. Like, or they feel like I'm an easy target because I'm not, because I'm kind, but I'm not nice. I want to make that like abundantly clear. Like, I'm not a nice person, I'm a kind person. Like, please don't play around. Like, and I just don't get it. Like, some people be thinking that they could play around. And it's just like, y'all keep playing around. That's totally fine. But I'm telling y'all, there's a lot of people right now who are trying y'all, and they have no idea what the consequences of their actions are going to be. I promise you, when you walk it, as y'all are walking away from some of these situations, like there are people who are losing their jobs right now. There are people who are going to start losing money. Some of these people are falling ill. Some of these people are going to, I told y'all last week I was picking up heavy on car accidents and things of that nature. So it's like some of these people have no idea what they're getting themselves into when they come for you. And I'm telling you, all of these people are warned before they start messing with you. They are warned. They are told, leave that one alone every single time. But some of them keep going and keep doing it because like the demons in them, they can't stop. They just can't stop. But also like it's a compliment, but it's also annoying. Like it's a compliment knowing that people are so intrigued and bothered by your mere presence. Like you haven't done anything to anyone, you haven't said anything to anyone, you're not in anyone's way, but these people are all plotting and planning and getting together just trying to figure out like, oh, how can we make this person mad? How can we collectively get this person to go off? And it's like, really, this is what y'all do? Like these people literally have nothing else to do with their time. They have nothing else to do with their time but bother you. And the crazy thing about it is, especially when it comes down to people doing their jobs, that's what I don't understand. It's like, why are you putting your own job at risk just to try to get someone upset? Because it's like, especially like, because for instance, like in my situation, like I've been in different hotels for a while, and in every single one of them, I have had issues with housekeeping. And it's not because I did anything to any of the housekeepers. It's not because I said anything. It's whatever those people, it's whatever these groups of people want to do. That's their business. But I'm like, I know for a fact that when the logs and stuff come back and they say this person's been here for 7 days, this person's been here, this person was here for 7 days and they never received this, why? They don't have any reason why at the end. Because I never give them a reason. I always say excuse me. I would, that it bothers these people that they can't figure out a way to piss me off, because like I already know the plan, I already know what your plot is. It would be more beneficial if you just did your job, honestly. It would be more beneficial for you if you just did your job instead of trying to make me out to be upset. Like because at this point I'm like, I'm not even upset. I'm just confused as to what is your goal here? What is the end game? What is the end game? Because it's like, it's like you're trying to make it seem these people want you to feel like you are undeserving. And it's because your presence and your aura really just disrupts everything that like these people live in illusions. These people lie to themselves every single day about their lives and who they are and and what, all the things that they do. A lot of people are out here lost. A lot of people are out here just what I like to call autopilot. These people are on autopilot. These people wake up in the morning, they go to work, they come home, they get into whatever their vices are, whether it's drugs, alcohol, sex, binge watching shows, binge eating, whatever their vices, whatever makes them semi comfortable or feel good for whatever moment they need to feel comfortable in. And then they go to sleep, and then they wake up and they do the same thing again. They do the same thing. And it's crazy because I'm like, y'all really don't, they really don't, and they don't see a problem with it because they, like I said, they not tapped in. They not tapped in like you are. You're aware of what's going on. You're comfortable with yourself. You know yourself. And most people, they don't know themselves. A lot of people, and I've said this before, a lot of people have settled in their lives. A lot of people were told when they were younger that they couldn't do this and they couldn't do that, and they believed it. And I know that it's hard for a lot of people who grow up in those situations where they have people who don't support them, or it's like, I know it's difficult for some people to get out of a certain industry or whatever the case may be. But a lot of people don't even really try. A lot of people, like I said, a lot of people settle. They're like, well, they tell themselves, well, I'll never be able to do that. I'm not going to be good at that. And then they don't. And it's so crazy to me because it's like, even like I was just at Walmart earlier, and there was a girl who was working, and like she purposefully tried to like run me down. And I'm just like, and she was so pretty. She had a mask on, but I knew I could just tell she was very beautiful. She was she was like chocolate, very, very pretty girl. And I'm like, that girl is way too pretty to be acting like that. Like, I'm like, you don't even like, and I swear, like, if you're watching me, I feel like everybody should have their own type of like platform. Like, I don't care if you making videos or tutorials or whatever, if you're on YouTube, if you on TikTok, I feel like everybody should be doing this, because you will be surprised the amount of people who will actually like start liking your stuff. Like the people who are for you are going to gravitate towards you. The algorithm is going to push your stuff to them, because this is a new channel, and I've gotten like quite a few views that I was not expecting. Shout out to Jaquel. I hope I said your name correctly, dear. Thank you so much for being my first subscriber on this channel. I really appreciate you, by the way. Had to sidebar that. I've been meaning to say that. But like, I feel like everybody should be doing this type of stuff, because like, even if you don't do it a lot, like even if you just dedicate, like, I'm just gonna make a 15-minute video about whatever it is you want to do every single day for a month, and you'd be surprised how much traction you can gain. Like, people really, I feel like a lot of people just don't push themselves. And I think that when it comes to people like you, when it comes to the chosen ones, when it comes to the people who are set apart, who are different, people can't stand being around you, because it makes them have to think about what it is about their life that they're settling in. And they hate that, and they want you to give up on doing whatever it is that you're doing so that they can feel better about themselves. And it's like I said before, like, there's nothing wrong with working 9-to-5 jobs. There's nothing wrong with, doing what you have to do for the time being. But it's not for everybody. Like, I cannot work 9-to-5 jobs anymore. I cannot do it. I cannot do it. I tried for a very long time. And if I learned anything from my last 9-to-5 job, when I started trying to take better care of myself, when I started putting more effort into my body, into my health, it pissed off a lot of people, because people want to see you doing well. They just don't want to see you doing better than them. And when you come around And like I said in the beginning, like your aura, you got a very powerful aura about you. You're very different, and people can feel that. And some people want to get close to you because they just want to they want to they that feeling they don't they it's unexplainable, and they like how they feel when they're around you. But oftentimes that feeling, that good feeling that they have when they're around you, turns quickly into jealousy and envy, because they don't understand how someone like you was able to obtain this level of energy, how you were able to obtain this level of confidence. Well, most of these people don't even know what you had to go through in order to get to this point. Like most people, like I'm just gonna be transparent. I lost everything, y'all. I lost everything, everything I had. The people who were targeting me and attacking me in that community that I've spoken on several times in my videos, because of the things that those people did to me, I lost everything. Everything. Try not to cry. I lost everything I had. And I'm in the process of rebuilding and restarting and just trying to find, my place and my way. And I'm so proud of myself for not giving up, because most people would have not been able to do that. Most people would give up after being attacked. I mean, most people wouldn't have been able to go through that, because I was going through this for a very long time, guys. Like years. Well, it wasn't just a couple months or not. No, this was years. And the tail end of it was probably was one of the worst parts of it, because I was in a space where I didn't have any money. My vehicle was gone. I couldn't go to the grocery store. I had to bring my baby with me on the bus, and, in the middle of winter, like that was really stressful and hard for me. It was super, super difficult to get through. And right now, like, although I'm okay, and I don't I can't really say it's necessarily a better situation, because it's not, nothing is set in stone right now, because like I said, I've been traveling. I'm just trying to figure out where I want to live at this point. And now I'm getting to the point where it's like I'm starting to realize that, like I said, I'm in Michigan. It's probably not going to be in Michigan, but because I have shared custody with my child's father, I can't really leave right now. So it's difficult, because it's like I want nothing more than to get the hell out of here, because this place has made it very abundantly aware to me that everywhere that I go, that I am not welcome, that they don't want me there. And it's not because I did anything to anybody, it's not because I said anything to anybody, but it's just because I think I've just outgrown these situations in these places. I have outgrown it. I'm not interested in the petty arguments. I'm not interested in begging for the bare minimum from people. And it's like the crazy thing about it is that people love to play in your face. They love to play in your face. And it sucks, because it's like, I don't know why people think that I'm dumb. And people probably think that you're stupid too. Especially because, like I said before, you're kind. And people take kindness for weakness. They think because you're not giving them a nasty, dirty look and all of that, and you're not giving them back the same energy, that like, oh, this person's gonna be easy to take down, until they keep trying you, and then they find out real fast that these people are literally expelling and wasting so much of their energy trying to piss you off, that in the end, whenever your time is done in that place, however long you're there, whether it's a few minutes, a few days, a month, a year, whatever, once they realize that their time is done with you, the shit crumbles when you leave. Because like I said, you got a whole bunch of people who are working together. They are all working together, trying to find ways to piss you off, trying to find a way to get under your skin. And the reason why these people haven't been successful is because you're too emotionally intelligent, because you already done seen the plan. Half or most of y'all are seers, and you probably have prophetic dreams. I have a lot of prophetic dreams, and sometimes lately it's been hard for me to remember some of my dreams because I've been being attacked lately, and my sleep has been completely off. So it's like I'm probably missing a lot of stuff that I need to know. But I'm also a tarot reader. Let me grab my cards. Let me see. But I just shuffled. It is the Eight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. You're like yeah, you guys are like really, really hard workers. You be diligently working, doing your thing, minding your business, and people still be getting mad. People get mad. I was not planning on pulling cards today. I typically don't pull cards on camera because I usually do. I do like my own personal readings and things like that. I have not. I don't know. I don't know. Y'all engage with the content and let me know if y'all want me to start doing collective readings because I'm not opposed to making some of my videos collective readings as well. But um yeah, people are really weird. Like they they don't understand how you are the way that you are. And I've said this before. They really take your confidence as arrogance. They take your confidence as arrogance. While the Seven of Cups, like they're opportunists. These people are opportunists. Like they're looking to try to do something with the Devil card coming out. Like they're looking to try to make situations happen so that they can, like I said, they're looking to reinforce the way, like their thought process and the way that they feel, and especially if you're like a woman. Because as a woman, what I have noticed is that a lot of people want to believe that, especially if you're a black woman, they want you to play into that loud ghetto stereotypical trope that people love to put on us. Like they want you to be that so badly because that's the way that they view the majority of us, and they want to find a reason. They want to find a reason to make us be like that. So then when they, because like what they're doing, like if they're whatever the reason, or whatever the case is, whatever it is that they're doing towards you, they want you to get upset so that they can say, see, this is why I didn't do this and that, because this part is so they can play the victim. And so they can play the victim, and so that they can pretend like you were the aggressor in the situation. Like people really don't know how to just deal with their own mess. And I'm really starting to see that more and more. And it's really annoying because it's just like, bro, I spend so much of my time with the death card at the bottom of the deck. Like I have spent so much of my time healing and trying to be better for myself, trying to find peace and solace within myself and just loving on me and not allowing other people's opinions of me to dictate who I am to my core. Excuse me. And sorry, Tori. What is it, Tori? And yet there's so many people who just feel so they feel so compelled to try to disrupt that. And it's sad because it's like you're doing this for no reason. And like I said, every single person, like whatever hotel or whatever the situation is where I'm at, if it's employees not doing their jobs, like that's gonna fall back on y'all eventually. Because like I'm not one of those. And it's like you got people watching you while the sun card. Like, yeah, like they hate how positive you are. They hate your energy. They hate that you are a ray of sunshine. And they want to dim your light so badly. They want to dim your light. They want you to they want you to stop being you and be more like how they are, because however it is that you got to this point, I don't know what it is that y'all went through. I don't know what battles you had to fight. I know that you had to go through a lot though. Because people who do the work know how difficult it is, because some of us have had to walk away with the King of Cups at the bottom. Like, yeah, you're very emotionally balanced, and these people don't know how to be like that. They don't know how, they don't understand stillness. They don't understand how, through all of their chaos, how you can just sit back and just observe and not say nothing, and still, like I said, still be kind. They don't understand because they themselves can't do that. They can't do it. And they're wondering how it's possible for you, out of all people, to be able to do that. And then the other thing too is that they do it because, again, like they don't want to have to change their mind. They don't want to have to change the way that they think. They don't want to have to change the way that they view people like you, or whatever the case may be. They don't want to have to change that. They want to make you the problem so badly. Oh, wow. With the Tower. Yeah. And as soon as they gonna fuck around and find out. That's what it is. Like, what does it say? Sudden change. Disaster. Yeah. Towers fall. Towers fall as soon as you leave a situation where you were disrespected, towers fall. And these people don't see this part coming. Because, like I said, these people sit back and they plot and they plan against, they do the whole thing the whole time. And it's weird. Again, the Seven of Cups keeps coming out because they're fucking opportunists, like I said. Your aura is so powerful, it makes people go crazy. They go nuts. They go nuts. But they can't do nothing but respect you, though, at the end. They can't do nothing but respect you. They can't dethrone you, bro. They cannot dethrone you. They can't. They cannot. It's so crazy to me, bro. It's so crazy. Like, I just feel like at this point in this journey for me, like I'm having a hard, I'm gonna be honest, I'm having a hard time finding the silver lining, because I'm like, God, what's the purpose of this? Like, why do I have to keep getting disrespected by people who I've been nothing but kind to? And it's like they disrespect is so, it's blatant. And although they're doing it passive aggressively, because, again, they want you to be the one to address the situation. They want you to be the one to say what's up. They're the ones that want you to walk up to them and say, why are you doing this to me? And blah, blah. That's what they want. And it's like, I don't need to do that, because I like I said, you already know what the plot is. We already know what the plan is. Yet these people feel like I guess sometimes they feel like once they've started that they can't stop. Because I've literally, like I said, like all of these situations where it's like, okay, once you've come in contact with me, once I've bypassed you, like I've walked near you, or I've said excuse me, or whatever the case may be, once that's happened and I didn't do anything, and you realize like, oh, this person really doesn't seem to be bothered or worried, that should be your cue to be like, maybe I should leave this person alone. But apparently to some of these people, they really don't care. It's like it's almost like they can't help themselves. It's like they literally cannot help themselves to be anything but disrespectful. And it's because they want to be able to project those feelings onto you and say, but it's your fault that I'm this way. No, it's not. It's not my fault that you're this way. This is you. And this is the thing. Like I said before, these people cannot take accountability. They don't want to have to take accountability. They want it to be your fault. And, you know, I'm just one of those people too. Like anytime somebody tries to tell me that I can't do something, it makes me go even harder just to prove my point. So anytime when I know that there are people who are purposefully coming after me just to try to piss me off, it makes me want to be even more mysterious and kind when I have to be, because it's like you are not going to be able to touch me. Like you're not going to be able to upset me because again, I already know what you're doing. When you're 10 steps ahead of people, they don't understand how they're trying to figure out where you got your information from. They're trying to figure out how you knew this already. And it's like, but people's body language, the way that they move, it tells on them every single time. People really they really don't know, and they really don't understand. But y'all have to understand how powerful you are. You have to understand how you have to understand that low key some of these people are afraid of you. That's why some of them attack you. They're afraid of you because they know that if you really keep going down the path that you're going, that you'll become something that they won't even be able to touch. And it's like, well, I'm gonna try to beat them while I got the opportunity. And you know, the enemy be promising some of these people things. Like the enemy will promise these people money and wow, with the king of pentacles, like yeah, they be promising like wealth, like oh yeah, if you do this to this person, like you'll get to switch spots. Like this is destiny swapping. I'm gonna get into that in a different video, because destiny swapping is real. People think that if they can destroy you, that they'll be able to take your destiny from you. And I'm sorry, you ain't taking shit from me. You cannot let these people take you up out of your position, because that's what they're trying to do. Again, I split the deck at the King of Cups and with the Hierophant. Like, yeah, these people be trying to take you out of your position. They think that if they can, like I said, if they can upset you, if they can surround you and continuously attack you, they think that they're going to trick you out of your spot. And it's like, you can't trick me out of my spot. I'm going to keep going down my path because this is what God has called me to do. And it's like, I'm not concerned with how anybody feels about that. I'm not. Your feelings and your opinion don't matter to me, because first of all, like I said, I lost everything and I didn't have any help, and I haven't had any help. Well, I won't say I haven't had any help. I did have some help in certain areas, but like when I say I haven't had any help, I mean as far as like having to get things back together, like it's not been easy. It has not been easy. It has not been it's trauma. A lot of trauma. And I know that y'all been through it too. Like I know that whoever's coming in contact with this, like you done been through it already. And for some reason people still feel like people don't know your story. That's why they don't know what to do when you come around, because they don't understand how you were able to even get to that point. But again, they don't understand what you had to go through, and they feel like you shouldn't feel so confident in yourself. It's like, but I'm confident in myself because there was a point in time where I didn't know where I was going to lay my head down. And I had a destiny helper at that time. Luckily for me, thank the Lord for her. Without my destiny helper out there, I would have been on the streets. And I knew that, and there were people who were hoping that I'd be on the streets too. There were people who were hoping that I would be out on the streets, because I could feel it that night. That night, I'm just gonna get into it just slightly. I had to go out of my apartment. There was nothing I could do.
It was my last day there. But at the time, I was waiting for some money to come in for me because I had to go make some moves. I had to make a move that I didn't want to have to make, but I had to pull some money that I wasn't trying to pull. But the money was not deposited yet, and they was telling me that it was going to be deposited within like 3 to 5 business days. And the day that I was moving out, it had already been one business day. And it shouldn't have taken this money no more than 2 or 3 business days to be put into my account. But that night, I had no idea where I was going to sleep. I had no idea where I was going to go. And I was fully prepared. I was fully prepared to have to sleep outside or whatever. Like was working with a charity, and they had helped me a few weeks prior with some supplies and things that I needed at the time. They gave me some resources that helped me get like food and stuff that I needed at the time in my household for me and my baby. That helped me get through those last couple of weeks, which it was so much better. Honestly, those last couple of weeks I was in my apartment, those weeks were better than like the last 2 months in general. And I had called one of the directors there and talked to her about some things. I did not ask her for a place to stay at all. I was asking her for certain resources, like, I have my cat, and I did not want to surrender her. I knew that I had this money coming in, and I was like, I know that I can get some stuff together. I can get her certified as an emotional support animal so I can travel with her. And, I was like, I know I can get into some places that are pet friendly, like it's not gonna, it can be done. And I was asking her, she helped me get her in the Humane Society. The Humane Society took her for a week for me, free of charge. And when but I did not have my car at the time, and I knew because I didn't have her certified as a emotional support animal, I couldn't take her on the bus, and I had like baiting $0 in my pocket, $0. So I had all intention. I was gonna walk there, and it was gonna take me like 3 hours to walk there, but I didn't care because I was like, I'm not giving up my cat. So I had her, me and this director at this charity, like we were kind of playing phone tag for a minute by accident, and she was just like, "Can I come give you a ride?" And she pulled up on me. She came and gave me a ride. She was one of my destiny helpers. I will never forget her. I hope she knows if she ever sees this content. Like, thank you so much, Lori. I love you for believing in me and for helping me. Um, but she came and gave me a ride. She stayed while I got her checked into the Humane Society. She took me back to the agency. She gave me food, and then she ended up getting me a 3 night stay in a hotel room. And then the money that I was waiting for, it came the very next morning. So without her, because at like honestly throughout everything that I've been through, I can honestly say that I was never on the streets. I never slept on the streets or nothing. And when I tell you, like, I had a lot of people. I just split the deck at the 9 of Cups. Some of y'all probably do got a wish fulfillment coming in right now. Um, I've been seeing 1111, 888, 222. What else have I seen? 10, 10, 12, 12. A lot lately. But without her, without that, like I never slept on the streets or nothing like that. I've always had a bed to sleep in. I always had access to showers and things of that nature. When my money came in, I was able to start getting my life together. I was able to purchase my vehicle. I was able to, get some more clothes and things of that nature because I had lost a lot of weight. Um, I lost a lot of weight. I lost around 70 pounds in about a year or so. And I lost at least a good 20 pounds. That last 20 pounds that I lost was during that time frame. And so, like, none of my clothes fit. So I needed new clothes. So, I was able to go and, kind of get some new stuff coming in and all that. And like I said, like I'm really proud of myself for being able to go through all of that and still be standing. But yeah, like all of this, I just put the deck at the King of Swords. Like I'm sure whoever else is watching this as well, like you gotta understand that whatever you went through, like I know, like right now it's probably hard. Like I'm feeling it. Like this feel like I was just praying earlier today. I'm like, God, I don't understand this, and I don't know if this is gonna get better. Like I said in my video yesterday, like I fully don't expect to be treated well anywhere that I go at this point, because I'm becoming aware that a lot of people just don't want to deal with themselves. A lot of people just want to make you the problem. A lot of people want you to feel like there's something wrong with you, and they want to upset you so that they can justify their feelings. And it's just like it kind of sucks, because it's like, again, like I'm by myself, and I never, nowhere that I have gone, I have never had anyone that had the balls to stand up for me and say, that person didn't do anything to us, and we got to deal with our own feelings. Like she didn't say anything to us, she wasn't rude or anything. Like nobody nowhere that I have been has been able to do that. And it would be nice to see someone stand up and um be real and just be like, we should probably treat this person better because they're not doing anything wrong to us. And it's unfortunate. It gets really annoying, and it's hard. And it's right now it's hard to find that silver lining in this journey, because it's like, how am I supposed to keep going forward if it's like every single time I feel like some goodness, or like just a little bit of I don't know, joy about something, like someone's trying to come in and knock me off my, not just knock me off like my spot. Like it's like, man, I'm tired of fighting people, and I'm tired of fighting these demons. Like I know you're professional demon slayers, whoever's watching this. Like I truly I split the deck at the Seven of Pentacles. This is a long-term view. Like we got to understand too, like this is our reputation on the line, and that no matter how many demons try to come around to piss us off, it's our reputation at the end of the day, because when you leave these situations, nobody's gonna be able to say that you did or said anything wrong to them, because that's just not who you are. And they want that to be who you are so badly. They want you to be like them. They want you to be like them so badly. And just don't. I know it's hard. I'm like I said, right now I'm like I don't expect to be treated well anywhere, and it sucks, because it's like I hate that feeling. I hate that I can't go anywhere and be respected as a customer, as a patron, and I didn't even do anything to anyone. It does not feel good. But the show must go on, and I got to keep doing what I got to do for myself, because this is not, I knew that when I was going through all of that nonsense, I was like, this is not the end for me. This is not my destiny. I'm not meant to be sitting around doing working a 9 to 5 job, like draining all of my energy, and neither are you. Whoever's watching this, you're not meant to be working for somebody else. Like it's time for you to step out and do your business idea. It's time for you to step out and do whatever it is that God has called you to do. It's time for you to, and it's not gonna be easy. There's nothing good comes easy in life. Nothing. It's gonna be worth it in the end. I know, and I keep trying to tell myself that too. Like it's gonna be worth it in the end. I don't know how this is going to end. But you already won. Okay, you already won, and we just got to get to that day. That tower, it's not just about the towers falling for other people, but that's a sudden change for you too. After everything that you've been through, it's gonna be an instant. Like I for over a year now, like I've been hearing like God has been speaking to me and saying like and suddenly and suddenly and suddenly and suddenly and suddenly and I'm like and suddenly what? Suddenly what's happening suddenly? That's how quick it's gonna be. Whatever God is doing for you, whatever he's doing in the background, because I know it seems like nothing's going on. I know that it feels like nothing is happening, but when God delivers whatever is meant for you, it's gonna happen like that. It's gonna be in a blink of an eye. Like you'll be sad one minute and then we're gonna be happy the next. That's why that Nine of Cups came out. There is a wish fulfillment on its way. And if you're, I mean, whatever synchronicities you're seeing, because the synchronicities for me have been synchronizing really quickly. I mean, like even just little thoughts, and I'll be watching a video and then they'll say the exact same words I'm thinking. I'm like, dang. Even if it's not the same context, it's the same words. I'm like, that's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence that you're being like your GPS is taking you on a different route than it usually takes you, and you start seeing different numbers. You seeing 777. You seeing 444. It's like that's not a coincidence. Nothing is a coincidence. This is all happening for a reason, and I know it's hard. Like I know it's hard to trust it. It's definitely hard to trust it sometimes, but we got to keep pushing. We got to make it through. And I really didn't want this video to be that long, but if you stayed to the end, thank you for staying. I'm gonna wrap it up here. I love you guys so much. Thank you for supporting me and watching my videos. This has been really important to me because for a really long time I really was afraid of doing this. I was not sure if I would be successful at it. And like I said, even though I know this channel is new, like I'm gonna do these videos regardless, even if people don't watch. I don't care. I don't care if one person is watching it or 10,000 people view my videos. I'm proud of myself for making it to this point because this is not easy to do. It's not easy to put yourself out there and do something out of your comfort zone because although I'm used to talking, I'm not used to talking like this. I'm not used to talking like this, but the more I do these videos, the more comfortable I feel, and I'm just glad that I'm getting some traction here. So please like and subscribe. Please comment on these videos. This one's kind of more of a rant, so this is a little bit more of a rant than what I was really going for, but I just felt the need to do a video today. But like I said, if you made it to the end, thank you so much for staying. Thank you for listening to my story. I'm gonna go into more detail about my story soon. But like I said, there's still stuff unfolding and I'm not really sure how it's gonna go. So I'm trying not to say too much until things are out the way. So with that being said, I love you guys. Please have a good rest of your day, morning, evening, whatever time of day you're watching this. Have a good night or day. I love you so much. It's your girl K Divine, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.